I say we go ahead and get started. So let me see, I am running off of two different computers here, so bear with me as there we go. Okay, so we're gonna start off by introducing the newest Distinguished Young Woman of Texas, Miss Nicole Wu. Nicole, if you just wanna give a little bit about yourself and just a little bit about your experience with the program.
So, hi, I'm Nicole, and I just competed yesterday at the state program, and I was named the 2023 Distinguished Young Woman of Texas. And I'm so excited to be representing our beautiful state at nationals this summer. And so this program is super cool. It is free for all the girls who apply. And basically, beyond the scholarships that are awarded, you're able to learn life skills. So we offer so many different workshops, from interviewing and being able to communicate effectively. We invite different CEOs and people to talk to us about their experiences and how we can learn from them. And I think this is just such a cool program. I was able to connect with so many different girls around the state and learn about their regions and learn about them, and also share something about me. And I thought this program was very unique.
Awesome. So we just want to give a big round of applause to Nicole. She has represented us so well in these past 24 hours. And so we are be sure to catch her on the news tomorrow morning. And we are so excited to start this journey with her this year. And we know that she's going to be an incredible representative for our state. So let's dive into what exactly even is DYW. If this is the first time you really ever heard of our program, what exactly does it even mean? So Distinguished Young Woman is a program only for high school juniors and seniors, depending on when you first participate at your local program. And it is a one-time program. So you will only go through the program once. Once you go through it, you can't, keep continuing each year. It is just one time, one deal. DYW was founded in 1958, which actually makes it the oldest organization of its kind in the United States. More than $1 billion are offered in cash and college scholarships each year. And so with that, not only are you participating to win scholarships through the program individually, we also have over 100 college partners that offer scholarships as well if you go there and you have specific requirements. And so some of these scholarships, you don't necessarily have to be the Distinguished Young Woman of America or even the DYW of Texas. Some of these scholarships qualifications are, you are the Scholastics category winner, or you participated in a local program. So you don't necessarily have to have all of the highest level of titles. Sometimes the college offered scholarships are just specific requirements at a local level even. And currently there are over 780,000 alumni all across the United States that have been in the Distinguished Young Women program, formerly known as the Junior Miss program. So it's a lot of fun meeting new people, and you start up a conversation, and then somehow, some way it gets brought up in your conversation that you did Junior Miss or DYW in high school, and then immediately you have that connection. And no matter what level of the organization and the program that you were in, it is always just a fun connection that you have with many people all across the nation. Okay. So with Distinguished Young Women, it has almost two different components. So we have the program aspect of the experience. And so this includes our life skills workshops. It includes our Be Your Best Self program. So these programs help fine-tune your skills while you were in high school, and it also helps connect them to your community. And so after you do your program, then all of those skills culminate into an on-stage showcase. And this is when you really get the chance to be able to share all of your skills that you have learned through the program and present yourself on stage. So going a little bit into the Be Your Best Self program. So this program allows participants to reach out and encourage young people nationwide to make a commitment to being their best selves in areas such as academics, physical fitness, morality, character, and social and civic participation. So embracing the Be Your Best Self message empowers young people with valuable tools to face the challenges of negative peer pressure. Drawing on your own personal experiences, DYW program participants deliver helpful messages, emphasizing the importance of setting goals and striving to achieve them. So while you are a DYW of Fort Bend County or of Texas or of America, you are constantly doing different Be Your Best Self programs to really help connect with the community, empowering other people in your community, and giving back to your community. So I do want to point out that there are also scholarship opportunities based around the Be Your Best Self program, not just the onstage showcase. So we had at our state program this past weekend, we had a Be Your Best Self award that we gave out, and that was given to Natalie, a participant that the state committee saw growth in and really saw that she had really embodied the different elements of the Be Your Best Self program. And so that was a scholarship based on that. And Kita Talukdar, our Distinguished Young Woman of Texas, last year won the Be Your Best Self award at Nationals for the community programs that she had while she was the DYW of Texas. So she went into schools and taught about inclusivity, and then because of all that programs that she held in those schools, she was able to win a scholarship at Nationals for that. Just to give you a little snippet of all of our participants here, this past weekend at our state program, all of our participants were able to do multiple different things with the Be Your Best Self program, including, as seen here, our kids' meals. They created over 600 lunches that day. They took a CPR class, volunteered with the American Heart Association, and then the girls were also even able to attend a motivational workshop with Meredith Jerica, founder and CEO of Makeup Junkie Bags. So even just in our short 3 days that we had our participants at state, we were able to do many volunteer and many activities with the Be Your Best Self program. So what are the different program levels? So I mentioned state, I mentioned nationals, I mentioned the at-large program. So essentially there are 3 different levels of the Distinguished Young Women program. Each participant starts at the local level, and generally local levels are held and distinguished by county. But since Texas has very few local programs, we have created the at-large system. And so this gives the ability for participants to have a DYW experience before they get to state. So they're not just walking in blind to state and let that be their first experience with the program. So at the at-large program, we hold it virtually so that you are able to attend and be involved with the program no matter where you are located in the state. And to qualify for the state program with the at-large program, we just have a threshold score. So you are just participating to get to that certain score, and then you qualify for state. We don't have a certain amount of participants that we are saying, we're only going to take 10 participants from the at-large program. It is whoever meets that score, and then we will take and qualify those young women for the state program. So then we either have local program participants that are distinguished young women of their counties, or we have, like Nicole, she went through our at-large program, became DYW of Fort Bend County, and then everyone meets at the state program. Nicole was just named DYW of Texas, and so then in June, she will go to Mobile, Alabama, and participate in the national program. Okay. So moving on to the showcase. So this is, for the most part, what everyone thinks about when they think about Distinguished Young Women is the onstage showcase. So there are 5 different categories, and 50% of your score is actually complete before you even step foot on stage. So your scholastics and interview obviously take place before you arrive on stage, and then talent, fitness, and self-expression are all in person for an audience on stage. So now we're going to go into each category. So scholastics. So this area is pretty much completely already over by the time you reach your program. It is an academic form that I will send to you and your counselor. Part of it is filled out by you, and part of it your counselor just fills out behind the scenes. They will send me your transcript, any test scores that you have, and then there are also academic extracurriculars that you will fill out as well. So this category is also judged by a completely separate scholastics judge from your other 4 or 5 showcase judges. So it is completely separate. Generally, they're going to be someone in academia that really knows what to look for, similar to college admissions counselors. And you will never meet this evaluator. It is completely secret. I mean, you'll know their name, but you will never actually meet them in person. So then interview. Ooh. Here we go. Okay, so interview. It is 10 minutes. You will go into a room with the judges and then a judge's chair. That is their timing you. As soon as 10 minutes is over, they will cut you off mid-sentence. It could be the judge is talking or you are talking. For the at-large program, we do this via Zoom. So this interview will cover everything from your online profile that you all write out of your interests, of what you're involved in with school, your favorite movie, TV show, historical personalities. And then they could also ask you anything from current events to politics. This is not necessarily a quiz on what you do or do not know. They're really just trying to find out your personality. Nicole can tell you that probably from what it sounded like, the state interview is probably a lot more personality type based than the mock interviews that I was grilling her with current event and politics. So, sometimes it is more of just, they really are just wanting to get to know who you are. And if you can speak eloquently and clearly, and they aren't judging you based on your opinions, but rather if you can formulate an opinion and then back that opinion. So then after you're done with your interview, 50% of your score is already done before you get on stage. So on stage, we have talent. So this is worth 20% of your score. This is the highest percentage of the on-stage portion. This is the only time that you were on stage alone. So this is really your moment to shine. You can use pretty much any kind of props that you need to. I have seen every kind of talent from, piano, any kind of instruments, dance, singing, cheer, gymnastics, monologues, musical theater. I've seen pizza making. I've seen color guard. Really, if you don't think that you have a traditional performing arts talent and this is what makes you nervous, please just reach out to me and I promise I can find you a talent. There is something in there that I know you can do for a talent, even if it isn't something that you automatically think of, well, I don't play an instrument, I don't dance, I don't sing. There are plenty of other talents that we can help you fine tune. Talent cannot exceed 90 seconds. So really a minute and a half, it's not too much time for you to show off everything. So you really have to put everything all into 90 seconds and it's a lot of fun. So for the at-large program, since it is virtual, you will want to wear something that shows up well in a video. You'll want to record landscape and make sure that you don't, if you're dancing, you don't want to dance out of frame and then come back in. You also have to shoot the video all in one take. It is pretty obvious when you are are playing the piano, and then all of a sudden the clip stops and then starts back again. All has to be one take. The clock will start and stop whenever your accompaniment starts, whenever you take your first dance move, whenever you start speaking, and then they will stop the clock whenever everything stops. So you want to make sure that everything is under 90 seconds. Okay, and then self-expression. So this is generally about a 20 to 30 second speaking presentation. You are given a question about 24 hours in advance of when you would give that response. You are scored on communication ability, grace under pressure, confidence, poise. So this is not like an interview where it is an impromptu answer. You will have time to formulate your answer, and really this is also going to be something based on your personality or on your opinion, and then be able to come up with a very succinct, well thought through answer, and then being able to have that delivery. So for the at-large program, we will record your self-expression right before your interview. So self-expression will be recorded and interview all in one day. I will send you your question 24 hours before your interview time. You will hop onto a Zoom call with me to record your self-expression answer, and then you will hop into your interview Zoom. And just like in an in-person showcase, you only get one chance to hop up on stage and give your answer. So whenever I call to record your answer, we will only give you one take. And really for self-expression, for the at-large program, you will just wear what you wear for interview, since it is the exact same time. But generally for an in-person or for state, you would wear a jumpsuit or a knee-length dress or some kind of business attire. And then the last category, fitness. So this is bouncy, energetic, aerobics-like routine where you are evaluated for overall stamina, fitness, and stage presence. So basically, we want to make sure that you're not up there huffing and puffing and can't get through the routine. You don't have to be a dancer. Nicole is obviously a very skilled dancer, so she scored very well in fitness, but you don't necessarily have to be a dancer. Just as long as you have the stamina to get through an entire routine. For at-large, the routine is probably about a minute to a minute and a half. State was much longer, but I promise you can get through it. Nicole got through it. She did just fine. Suggestion for taking your at-large video: wear solid pants, if that's, black leggings or just a solid color pair of leggings, a bright tank top. We want to be able to see your, if you're super strong and have really great muscles, we want to be able to see your tone of your arms, and then just some solid colored tennis shoes. Be sure we will send you the fitness videos to learn beforehand. Be sure you practice in your tennis shoes that you will be taking your video in. Do not buy a new pair of tennis shoes and then just try and take your fitness video, because your feet will be hurting. Again, just like talent, you will want to record your fitness in a landscape format. Make sure you stay in the frame the whole time, and then shoot in one continuous shot. You can't clip and piece together. Okay, I think that is it on that. So overall program timeline. So the applications are due by February 26th. We have about a week. I think that's about a week. When you go, if you haven't applied already, when you go to distinguishedYW.org, there is a giant apply now button. You can go ahead and click that, even if you are not a junior and you still just want to go ahead and apply, so that you don't have to remember to do it when you do become of qualifying age. We will keep your application, so you can go ahead and submit. So for this class, you are a junior. We will also offer a fall class for the same grade. You will be a senior by then, but pretty much so that you can have almost like a early admission into the program, or if the spring is super crazy for you, then you can wait and participate in the fall. You don't have to do both, just one or the other, but just to try and get more participants. If someone finds out during the middle of the summer about the program, then they still have the fall class. So for the spring class, again, applications are due February 26th. On March 5th, this is when you have to turn in your participant agreement form, your health certificate, and then a headshot. So if you go onto our website and look at the participants right now, they all have their headshots on there. And then a little bit about your online profile also has to be filled out. So once you apply and your application is approved, then your online profile is sent back to you saying, hey, make sure that you fill out all of your interests and your activities and make sure that's all full, because that is what the judges will look at and pull interview questions from. So you want to give them as much detail as you possibly can so that they're not up there struggling to try and figure out what to ask you. So on March 5th, once you have everything turned in, that is then when I will send you the academic form to fill out, the fitness video to learn, and then the submission links for your talent video and your fitness video. So then you have about a month before you have to turn in your academic form. So I will probably be emailing you saying, hey, we got about a week left. I don't have these forms. But your academic form, you will fill out the first part, and then you will give that form to your counselor, and your counselor will send the rest of it filled out directly to me. So just make sure, keep that in mind, that if you think that your counselor's office kind of takes a little while to send things, and make sure you get the academic form submitted to them very far in advance. So then a week later, the talent and the fitness videos will be due. And then a week after that, we will have all interviews concluded. We will try and have all interviews on one day. And that is also when your self-expression video will be submitted. So by April 23rd, everything that you guys have to do will be complete. Your interviews will be done, all of your videos will be submitted, and your academic form will have been submitted. By that very next week, by April 30th, we will have your virtual showcase. And so all of the scoring will be done then. And then at the very end, we will announce who has qualified for state. You will be given a Distinguished Young Woman of your area title, and you will also be given a scholarship. And then you will be sent a bronze medallion that then you would wear at the state program. After that, we're thinking long-term, a full year later, and probably early 2024 is when we would then have the Texas State program. So that is a snapshot of timeline for the spring class. The fall class would fall similar timing to where it pretty much be a long time for you guys to learn your videos, and then pretty much a week at a time of when things are due. But that would most likely start maybe beginning of September. So if you don't think that the spring is the right time for you, then keep an eye out for the fall class. So, questions? Do we have any questions? Yeah.
I have a question. So I do have a really busy spring. If I wanted to do the fall class, do I need to submit some sort of form to switch to that, or do I just wait, or how does that work?
So send me an email to the @large tx@distinguishedw, just saying that, hey, I am still really interested in the program, but I would like to defer my application to the fall class. And then I'll just keep a running list of that to know that you are very interested, you want to participate, but deferring to the fall class.
Okay, great. And I have one other question. So I'm actually homeschooled, and the forms for the counselor to fill out for the academic things, how would that work?
So if it is your parents homeschooling you, then they will fill that out. Or if you have another homeschool organization, then just someone of a teacher or counselor similar would be the one to fill that out.
Oh, okay. Okay, thank you.
Yeah, of course. Anyone else? Okay, well, if you guys don't have any questions, I have recorded this and I will send it out to everyone that signed up for tonight. I will stick around if anyone has any questions that they think of. If not, please feel free to email me with anything, and I hope to see you guys in our program soon.
Actually, I have a question.
Yeah, of course.
So for the talent portion, if we were to do, you said we could do monologues, but if we were to do poetry, that would be like an original poem. Would that still count?
Absolutely. Yeah, as long as it stays within that 90-second time frame, then absolutely, that is definitely a talent that is showcaseable.
Okay, thank you.
Mhm. Okay. You don't